What's up, Yugi Tribe? Jesse here with Koz YGO, and today I have an awesome deck profile for you guys. It's my Danger Crusadia Thunder Guard Dragons that is undefeated, and I also have an awesome in-depth combo tutorial for you guys, so stick around and check it out. Danger Crusadia Thunder Guard Dragon. Long name, but it's a short match for your opponent if you're going first. This deck puts up some pretty incredible boards. Can also play through a lot of stuff if it's going second. It's good at baiting negations, good at playing through hand traps. I've had a lot of success with this deck. I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit different from what you guys are probably normally used to seeing as far as Thunder Dragon goes. I mean, it's all, the same skeleton with the Thunder Dragons, Dangers, etc. But it's just a little bit different as far as the Dragon package that I use as well as Crusadias. And before I forget, guys, if you find the video helpful, informative, or just enjoy it, make sure to give it a like. And also, if you guys want to see more deck profiles and in-depth combo tutorials like this in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I have quite a few coming up. Next week, I actually plan on doing a pure Thunder Dragon build and combo tutorial. I'm going to try it out at locals, so next week I should have a full video for you guys covering that. And also, if you guys need any cards to make this deck, if you want to buy them, please make sure to use my TCG player link in the description below. It's really going to help me out with the channel. TCG player is going to give me a kickback at no additional cost to you guys, and it's going to really help me build up the channel, get more product, and get some better equipment so I can make these videos even better for you guys. So let's get started. Pretty standard. 3 OG Thunder Dragon, 3 Thunder Dragon Darks, 2 of the better Thunder Dragons right there. Thunder Dragon Hawk. I don't like seeing this in my opening hand. I like drawing it off Saryuja. Same thing with Roar. It's kind of a pain if you see it in your hand going first. Rather leave it in the deck until after I resolve a dark. Thunder Dragon Duo. This is probably my favorite Thunder Dragon just because all 3 effects are awesome. It's a very useful card. Again, I don't like this in the opening hand, but I love drawing it off the first Saryuja. It's amazing. Next up, got the standard Danger package with 2 Nessie, 2 Snake, 2 Jackalope. You guys, these are self-explanatory. You guys know what they do. The great extenders, great at getting the ball rolling. Just overall very good cards. Okay, on to the Dragon package now. Running 3 Chaos Dragon Leviators. Probably the most busted card in the game right now. It's good at playing through stuff, getting level 8s on board. It's the whole total package. It's a great card. Next, I'm still playing the baby dragons. 1 of each. 1 White Dragon Wyverburster, 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Still awesome extenders. More extenders. 1 Destrudo, 2 Defrag. I absolutely loved seeing Defrag in the opening hand. I loved drawing Destrudo off Saryuja. It's not bad seeing in the opening hand, but I'd prefer to see the Defrag. That's why I'm only running the 1 Destrudo. Next, Omni Dragon Brotor at 1. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon at 1 as well. I'm actually thinking about bumping this up and maybe cutting back a Crusadia just a little bit, because I found that if you can open this and then bring out the Red Eyes Darkness Metal with the LP, the board's insane. So I might mess around with going with 2 or maybe even 3 Brotor. Okay, so onto the Crusadia package. These are your play starters, your normal summons, and extenders. Crusadia Draco at 3. Self-explanatory. It really helps to get in the Guard Dragon package rolling. And basically, you see a Crusadia and a Danger in your opening hand. That's automatic Saryuja, 4 material Saryuja. So it really gets the ball rolling. 3 Crusadia Arborea. Again, this is probably my favorite one to see in the opening hand. Also, it is a tuner, so that's going to come in handy. You guys will see why in a few minutes when I go into my extra deck. 3 Crusadia Reclusia. Another great extender, also good for popping back row, or any troublesome card for that matter. and only one Maximus. This is probably my least favorite Crusadia monster just because it doesn't have as much utility as the other three, but it's still not bad drawing it in your opening hand. And then to round out the 40 card main deck is 3 Sekka's Light. Pot of Greed's good, Fixing Your Hand is good, what's not to love? Don't really need any other spells or traps with this version of the deck. On to the extra deck. 1 Magius, 1 Spatha. These get your plays going. Like I said, you see Crusadia normal summon, and that's automatic Saryuja with 4 materials, depending on what else you have in your hand at the time. But you could make just a pretty decent board just from a 2 card combo. 1 Heavenly Spheres, 1 Lambda. Opted for the Lambda instead of the Beat Cop just because of the light attribute. I'd rather have an additional light body in the grave rather than the dark. Standard Guard Dragon package, 1 LP, 1 Pisty, 1 Agripane. Again, self-explanatory. If you're not running these, you're not running a proper combo deck, in my opinion. 2 Saryuja Skull Dread, and 1 Triple Burst. 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 Borreload Savage Dragon, 1 Hope Harbinger. This is why the Arborea and the Destrudo are pretty important cards. It's pretty simple to make Borreload Savage Dragon with this deck. And rounding it off, do Colossus. What's a Thunder Dragon deck without the Colossus? Without this, you're just running Dragon Link, basically. So that's it for the main and extra deck. The side deck is still kind of an experiment right now, so I really don't have much to show you guys as far as that goes, but let's get into the combo tutorial. Yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, the first portion of this combo tutorial, I'm going to show you what you can do with just a Crusadia and a Danger in your opening hand. This is not even going to look at the other 3 cards, and it's not going to look at the other 4 cards that you're going to draw off that Saryuja. So off of these 2 cards alone, you're going to get major pluses, and you're going to have the great foundation to build up a really strong board first turn. So the first thing you're going to want to do is normal summon your Crusadia. That way when you go to resolve your danger, it doesn't get sniped out of your hand. So normal summon your Crusadia Arborea, and then immediately link 1 to Crusadia Magius. Then you're going to activate your danger in hand. For argument's sake, we'll say they sniped it, goes to grave, special summons itself to a Magius zone. Effective Magius, when a card special summon, you can add or effect monster special summon to a zone it points to. The zone it points to, you can add a Crusadia monster to your hand. And we are always going to search for Draco. You need the Draco in your hand to get into the Guard Dragon plays. So from here, we are going to go ahead and go into Crusadia Spatha. And then use Draco's effect in hand to special itself to a zone a link monster points to in defense position. Also, when it's special summoned this way, you can add a Crusadia from your grave to your hand. So we're going to add our Arborea back to hand. So now we technically have 4 cards in our hand, and we are getting ready to go into our Guard Dragon play. So first we're going to make the LP, then use Spatha's effect to move the LP over 1 zone. Now you have a zone that 2 link monsters are pointing to. You can use LP's effect to special summon a dragon monster from the deck. And in this case, we're going to summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to this zone. Use Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon's effect to special summon a dragon monster from hand or grave. So we're going to grab Draco back. And boom, here you go. For your 4 materials for your first Saryuja. This is the basis of every combo with this deck. So with just Danger Snake and Arborea, we ended up with Arborea back in our hand and 3 other cards. A Saryuja that has a special summon, and we're going to draw 4. So that's pretty crazy for just 2 cards. Okay guys, for the next portion of the combo tutorial, we're going to start off with the Danger and the Crusadia again, but this time we're going to play it through. We're going to see what we end up with at our starting hand. We're also going to draw off our Saryuja and see what kind of board we can build. Every turn, I usually shoot for at least 1 Colossus, Heavenly Spheres, Borreload Savage, and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. I have had it where I could make Spheres, 2 Colossus, Hot Red, Borreload Savage, or you could also end up with Hope Harbinger. Just the starting boards with this are very, they vary a little bit, but they're still consistent. You can still put up pretty amazing boards. You're always going to see extenders in hand. For the life of me, I can't pick these up right now. I'll shuffle it up a little bit more. Make sure it's completely random. Do a cut. And then we'll draw our other 3 cards. So this is going to be our opening hand. Whatever these 3 are, plus the Crusadia and the Snake. So let's take a peek. Let's see what we got here. What we opened up. Opened up Roar, Levianeer, and Jackalope. So this is a really good starting hand. We have a lot of strong plays here. I wish that we could have opened the OG Thunder Dragon instead, but this is fine. So first thing you want to do here, always normal summon your Crusadia. Those are the normal summons of the deck. You want to make sure it stays safe from the danger resolving. Next, we're going to try resolving one of these dangers. Actually, no. We are not going to do that yet. We are going to go right into Magius. I say it different every time I say that name. I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation. I just kind of bounce back and forth. Okay, so link 1, Magius. Now, we'll activate Snake in hand. Either way, we're getting it on the board, right? Okay, we'll go 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a reroll, just so we're doing this legit. 6, 4. Let's see what it was. The Jackalope. So not only are we going to get the free summon and draw off of the Snake and the draw, we're also we're also going to get Jackalope's effect to add 1 to hand, and we'll add the Nessie. Perfect. So when the Snake is special summoned to the zone Magius points to, we're going to use Magius's effect to search for Crusadia from our deck to our hand. And we're going to add the Draco. So you guys can already start to see, we still have 5 cards in our hand, 2 on the field. We already have 2 in the grave. So you can see this deck just kind of replenishes itself, and it digs for resources so easily and so effortlessly. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to link to an Espatha. Then we're going to use Draco's effect in hand, special summon itself to a zone link monster points to, and its other effect to add Arborea back to hand. Now the way I look at this is we already have a Borreload Savage right here. We could, if we need get more cards, we have another way of trying to do that. We have a Dragon Extender and we have another Dragon Extender. So this hand right now is still pretty broken. We'll be able to make an awesome board with what we have. So again, we're going right into the Guard Dragon combo. Make the LP. Use Spatha's effect to move the LP over 1 zone. Now we have a zone 2 link monsters point to, so we can use LP's effect to special summon a dragon from the deck. and that dragon is going to be Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. On special summon, we're going to use its effect to bring back Draco. And now we're going to go into our first 4 material Saryuja. And then we're going to use Saryuja's effect, draw 4. Before we draw, we're going to shuffle up a bit. Oh, I left one over here. I'll make sure it's completely random. Still working on my shuffling skills. Give me a break, guys. We'll draw the 4 off Saryuja. And they are another Levineer, another Defrag, Draco, and Reclusia. So at this point, we're not going to need Draco. If we were going second, we could use Reclusia, but we're not going to need it right now. Let's see. I want the Levineers in hand. So I'm looking at this right now. I'm seeing a Borreload Savage. I'm seeing potentially a Hope Harbinger. We got a lot of options here. And at this point, I don't believe we're going to need the Nessie. So we'll put the Nessie back too. Put those at the bottom of the deck. And now we can get right into the next portion of our Guard Dragon play. We'll special summon Defrag Dragon by sending Destrudo to the grave. Now we have Destrudo in grave, so we can bring him out if we need. And now we're going to go into Pisty. Defrag's going to grave. Pisty effect. We're going to bring back Darkness Metal Dragon. And we're in Darkness Metal Dragon's effect again. We'll bring back Draco again. So right now, we're locked into dragons. We can't special our Thunder Dragon off of Saryuja because we're locked into dragons because of Pisty. So right now, we're just going to go right into Argipane. Using Saryuja and Darkness Metal Dragon. We're going to use Argipane's effect and bring out the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So now we really don't need to get more draws off Saryuja. Let's just go into a 3 material Saryuja with a special summon. Make it on this side. So that way we have the 2 additional zones, because if we were to make it over the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, we'd only have these 2 zones open. Here we have more flexibility with the 3 zones. So now we can special summon Thunder Dragon Roar off Saryuja's effect. We can use Crusadia Arboria's effect to special summon itself to a zone and link monster points 2 in defense position. And we can also resolve one of our Chaos Dragon Levianeers, special summon it by banishing 3 darks from our grave. We'll go ahead and send Agripane, Pisty, and Elpie. And that is going to rip 1 card out of our opponent's hand. Next, I'm going to go ahead and make Borreload Savage Dragon using the level 3 tuner with the Thunder Dragon Roar. Make the Borreload Savage right there. And Borreload Savage's effect will equip it with Saryuja. Put our dice counter on it to the link rating of the Saryuja, which is 4. It also gains half the attack of the Saryuja. Now, we're going to use Dragon Roar's effect. When it's sent to grave, we can special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from our deck. Special Thunder Dragon Dark. Okay, so at this point we have a couple of different options. We do not have the ability to make Thunder Dragon Colossus yet because we did not activate a Thunder Dragon in hand yet. So as of right now, the way the board sits, we're not able to go into Colossus. So option number 1 would be to special summon this Legionnaire and then overlay it with the other to make Hope Harbinger and end the turn that way. Or we could take that Legionnaire and Saryuja, make Heavenly Spheres, and save this Legionnaire for the next turn, if there is a next turn. Or we can find a way to get Dark into the graveyard to add a Hawk to our hand, to activate the Hawk in hand, and then actually put a Colossus on board to keep our opponent from searching. So at this point, I feel like that is a better play. So what we're going to do is we are going to special summon this Legionnaire. We can only use its effect once per turn, but you can special summon it multiple times in a turn. So we're going to special summon it by banishing we'll banish Spatha, Snake, and Jackalope. And now we're going to focus on getting this Dark off the field right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Triple Burst Dragon by using Saryuja, Legionnaire, and the Thunder Dragon Dark. Right now it doesn't matter which zone the Triple Burst goes to. This is not going to be on the board for long. So now we can use Dark's effect to add Hawk to hand. Now, what we'll be able to do is go ahead and link away this Legionnaire and the Triple Burst for Erratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Use Hawk's effect to discard it, to special summon Dark back. And now, since we activated Hawk in hand, we can go ahead and go into a Colossus. Let me know in the comments below if this is what you guys would have done. I personally prefer this because they don't get an ability to search. We can bounce their normal summon. We have a negate here and a negate here with a big body. I strongly think that any player on the other side of the table is not going to be able to play through this board. It's too strong. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you would have done this combo differently, let me know. All right, last portion of this combo tutorial I'm going to do for you guys. We're just going to go ahead and play out a random hand. I'm not going to start with anything specific. I'm just going to shuffle up the deck, draw 5, and play it out and see where we can get. Again, as you saw in the last portion, that's pretty much the bare minimum what I expect out of this deck. Going first, you can usually get Erratic Seal, Borreload Savage, at least one Colossus, and Hot Red out fairly easily, because this deck, it just gets to extenders so good. It gets to pretty much anything you need. Incredible draw power and running so many extenders. I mean, we still had the Destrudo in the grave, so there was potentially more we could have even done. But I just wanted to kind of keep it simple for you guys and wrap it up quick rather than, just like keep going. But still, that board was pretty impressive, and there's not a lot of decks that are going to be able to place through something like that, unless they have Nibiru, but that's not live yet. So we'll go ahead and shuffle this all up and just make a complete randoms 5 starting hand. No cuts or nothing, nothing special. I'm just going to see and show you guys what we can get to, because like I said, this deck is so incredibly consistent. I can pretty much rely on that opening board every game. You guys, I really hope you're able to try it out, and you know, let me know below if you guys are going to give it a shot, or if you already are running Thunders. Let me know what you like about the deck. Do you guys think this deck's going to get hit on the next ban list again? Because it's back to being probably the top deck right now. Thunder is. Also, if you guys, don't forget, if you guys need any cards from this deck, please use my TCG player link in the description below. It's really going to help me out with the channel. Alright, did our shuffle. We'll do a cut. And we'll draw our 5 cards. And we are going to start out with Snake, Jackalope, Dark, Reclusia, and Arborea. So basically everything we need to make a pretty awesome board. So again, first thing we're going to do, normal summon our Arborea. Go right into Magius. And from here, we really don't even need to resolve a danger yet, because we have Reclusia. It can special summon itself to a zone of link monster points too as well. So we're going to go ahead and special that. We're not going to use its effect to pop anything because we're going first. So we're going to use Magius's effect to add a Crusadia from our deck to our hand, which is going to be Crusadia Draco. Next, we're going to link 2 into Spatha again. Effective Crusadia Draco in hand to special itself to a zone of link monster points to. Use its effect to add Arborea back to hand. Now we're going to go right into our Guard Dragon plays. Link 1 Elpie. Spatha's effect, move it over 1 zone. Now we have a zone 2 link monsters of pointing to. We can use Elpie's effect to special summon a dragon from the deck, which is going to be Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. We're going to use Metal Dragon's effect, bring back the Draco, and we're going to make our first Saryuja. Saryuja's effect, we're going to shuffle the deck, draw 4. Let's see what we got here. Another Arborea, we're not going to need that, so we're going to put that back to the deck. Levianeer we want. And we're not going to need these Dracos. So perfect, we ended up with a Levianeer on that draw. So now, I want to save the Arborea. Probably going to, let's go ahead and get the Levianeer out there. So that way it does, because we're going to use our danger effect. So we can see if we can draw into a dragon extender. So right now we're going to go ahead and special summon the Levianeer. If we can. Let's double check. Ideally, we want to banish 3 dark so we can rip a card. So you know what? Let's just take a chance. We'll go ahead and activate the snake. Shuffle them up. Lay them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is a reroll. And of course it's 6. 1. So we are going to send Thunder Dragon Dark to the grave. Special summon the snake. And draw a card. And perfect. We got our dragon extender that we needed. So now we are able to continue the guard dragon play. We're going to go ahead and special summon Collapse Serpent by banishing a light, which is going to be Magius. Then we're going to link into Pisty. We're going to use Black Dragon's effect to add the white dragon to hand from deck. And now we're going to use Pisty's effect to bring back the Darkness Metal Dragon. And then we're going to use Darkness Metal Dragon's effect to bring back Crusadia Draco. And now we're going to go to Agripane. So we can then use Agripane's effect to go ahead and bring out Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Perfect. Now, we still have some good cards in hand. We were lucky to not get the Levineer sniped out. Have an extender still, have our tuner. So now we can go ahead and make a another Link 4-star Yugioh. On this zone. So again, we have 3 zones open with arrows pointing to them. We're going to shuffle up the deck again and draw another 4 cards because our Yugioh is absolutely broken. Sekka's Light, Snake, Jackalope, and another Reclusia. So we're going to keep the Sekka's Light. We really don't need any of these guys, so we're going to send them back. Bottom of the deck. And then we're going to go ahead and activate Sekka's Light. Draw 2. Another Sekka's Light. And a Hawk. Okay, Hawk is good. Alright, so at this point, we are not going to need this Jackalope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Sekka's Light in the graveyard, banish itself, reveal a monster, shuffle it back into the deck, and then draw a card. And our one draw is Defrag. Okay, so this is a dead Sekka's Light. We're not going to need it. From here, let's go get this. Go ahead and rip one out of our opponent's hand and get this Levineer on board. Special Levineer by banishing Agripane, the Snake, and Pisty. Rip one out of your opponent's hand. Now we can use Hawk effect, pitch it, and special summon that Dragon Dark that we sent earlier. So now we are live to go ahead and make a Colossus if we need to. we're not going to do that just yet, because we're going to use our Warrior's Effect to special summon itself, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Warlord Savage Dragon. Use Dark's Effect to add a Thunder Dragon to the hand, and it's going to go ahead and be our Roar. And then we're also going to use Warlord Savage Dragon to equip it with that first star yugioh we had. Now, since we are still able to use our special summon of Star Yugioh, we're going to go ahead and special summon Roar, and we're going to make our first Colossus. And then we're going to use Roar's Effect to special summon a Thunder Dragon from the deck. We'll go ahead and use the OG Thunder Dragon, special it. And we're going to go ahead and make our second Colossus. And at this point, it's crazy, but there's still more we can do. We can overlay for Hope Harbinger. We can keep the 2 Colossus. Use these for Heavenly Spheres. And we also have Dragon Extenders in hand. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and overlay. Might be a little risky. Some people would rather keep 2 Colossus, but I'm going to go ahead and make Hope Harbinger here. Special summon the Wyver Burster over here by banishing a dark from the deck, or from the grave. We want to keep our dragons, the Thunder Dragons, in the grave to protect Colossus. Banish the Black Dragon. Now, the icing on the cake is going to be linking Star Yugioh and White Dragon Wyver Burster to Heavenly Spheres. And we still have Sekka's Light and Defrag Dragon in hand for the next turn. We have the ability to bounce their normal summon. We have a negate with Red Dragon Archfiend. We have a negate and a huge body with Warlord Savage Dragon. We've gotten rid of their ability to search, and we have Hope Harbinger to negate spells and redirect attacks to itself. This deck is not going to get broken or played through unless they... It's going to be hard unless they, for some miracle reason, have Dark Hole, but then again, you can negate. So as you guys can see, this deck is pretty insane. This is pretty much a board I can count on every time with this deck. And like I said, even if for some reason they're able to play through, you still have draw 2 and a Dragon Extender for next turn to keep going. So yeah, hope you guys are able to check this deck out and play it. It's unreal, the boards you can make. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out the video. I really appreciate it. If you guys found the video fun or helpful or informative, please make sure to give it a like. Also, if you want to see more awesome deck profiles and in-depth combo tutorials, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I have a ton more coming up. Also, if you guys want to get your own Danger Crusadia Thunder Guard Dragon deck, check out my TCG player link in the description below. Search for the cards you want, and that's it. It'll help out the channel immensely. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day.